vibrations, sweet babies. Oh my goodness. What even was that reading I did last night? That was a mess. Honestly, I think there's still good nuggets of wisdom for whoever it needs to be delivered to. So I did go ahead and decide to post that anyway. But I did not feel overall satisfied with that being the full moon reading. But, it was very scattered, a little messy and all over the place because that's exactly how I was showing up yesterday evening. I don't know. 17. I need you to understand how prominent this number is about to be for the collective. 17 is significant. You might want to revisit your 17th year. What were you doing at that time? Was there anything significant that happened for you in that time? But 17 is significant in the sense that it means you're on the right path. And this is ultimately like a little nudge, a little whisper from your angels that your path, for me, I don't think you can ever be off of your path, right? Like, you're always going to be exactly where you need to be for you and your journey here on this earthly plane. However, I do think that there's times when we're a little bit more dropped into the present moment to what might really be going on under the surface and what the bigger picture really is. You know what I mean? So it's like the overall picture of that moment, you are able to be in alignment with and stay on the right path in that moment. So pay attention to when you see 17. What things are you thinking? What things are you experiencing? Where are you at physically, emotionally? I really was not feeling super groovy about that reading last night because I just felt like I was picking up on another reading regarding my own stuff and some other relationships that I've been hearing about and what have you. And I just want to come back and do another reading for the full moon because, the energy is still kind of around. I think I just want to speak to really what it was here for. Maybe help you make sense or process some of that stuff because I sure needed to. It's so funny because, oh wow, a lot of the same cards are showing up from that reading. Would you look at that? Oh man. So let me make sure. 37 is also significant. Showing up a lot for me today. And I honestly started channeling around the time of, I'm sorry, clearly I'm channeling right now. I took a loved one, I had to drive somebody to work. And on the ride, mind you, I had been driving all day. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm very tired of driving. I drive so much, for work, and when I'm not working, I don't want to be on the road. I don't want to, leave my comfort zone, quite honestly, but there was a lot of things that needed to get done the last couple of days, and I had to help out with a ride situation, and just a lot of driving, and I was very much zoning out, and I've always said this, that I really do receive the most downloads when I'm driving on the road, and I think it's the most Sagittarius thing ever, and it's adorable in my eyes, but it's a real ass thing for me. where I'm just kind of really, if I'm in a zone and in that place, if the vibe is right, if the music is like, putting me in a mood, I'm going to start channeling. And that's what happened. And I guess I'm starting, after all this time, I know. Let's just look. It's a process, a self-discovery journey for me and all the time, still to this day. But I'm only just really learning what it feels like to like comfortably channel, just like in my day-to-day life, like out in the world when I'm not like, with the candles lit and the sage going, the cards even, you know what I mean? So I'm finding a way to kind of like do that in a way that feels like I'm not completely checked out of reality in my day-to-day life, because I do feel like it takes a lot of awareness and focus to kind of exist in that medium of being very practical, pragmatic, here in the physical plane, easily connecting to like life and all of that stuff, and then also being in like that awareness of the mysticism and the spirituality and the underlying energies. And it's very important to me to be open and honoring and respecting that other people are having that same kind of mediumship experience, whether they have like skills around it or whether it's just like a natural thing. And I think that's really what the full moon is asking of my collective in particular. This is a full moon in Cancer. And to me, there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things. Whoop, there it is. So the Cancer sign to me is like very much like Maiden-esque. It's very like homemaker. It's also very emotionally in tune and has the ability when operating from the conscious instead of the unconscious Cancer, which is very much emotionally in tune. And you know what, I won't even go there. There's like a lot of ability to really nurture. There's like a motherly kind of essence that comes through. And it's kind of known as the mother of the zodiac, Capricorn being the father. And it really, to me, represents the home life, the nurturing of the home, a spiritual guide of mine who has a community that I follow and I'm a part of and really look to for spiritual insight, was actually emphasizing the word sanctuary, which is actually one of my oracle words, which is really cool. Like it's just one of those words that comes through, and I know very clearly that I'm, in connection with my guides. I have oh my gosh, y'all, I have my disco ball finally set up in the middle of my room, and it's golden hour right now, and it is hitting, the sunlight is hitting the disco ball so nicely, and my whole room just like lit up with like fractals of reflected light bouncing all over this. Oh my goodness, it is such a freaking, it is me amplified. That's really what this space is for me, is like an amplification space of my energy, because I never really had that. Never really had a place where I was able to kind of fully recharge and amplify who I was. And I had a tendency to, become just really impacted by my surroundings and other people's energies and the influence of other people. So, for me, that's something that I think is really being brought to light, shed light on under this full moon, as well as like, okay, how do I really become the homemaker of my space that really allows me to feel recharged and truly in my energy? Like, I want people to step in and be like, holy shit, Hannah lives here. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. So, I am really excited to kind of like keep filling this space, I guess you could say, but I don't really actually want to fill. I kind of want to remove a lot of things. That's what I was actually feeling into 11/11 on the timestamp under the last couple days of the full moon, was like the wanting to purge certain things and make room for certain things. Mostly just make room for my own amplification, expansion, and understanding that my energy is what is the word that I'm looking for? It's susceptible to change. Like it's going to change with time, and I want room to grow into whoever it is that I am going to be in this chapter of my life. And what I also feel is very true to Cancerian energy is there is a lot of empathic gifts to be offered. Sometimes there's like, it's like a little pesky energy that comes with this sometimes, of like almost wounded feminine energy, people pleaser, feeling like the martyr might be another way that it kind of might be showing up a little bit shadowy. Like that Cancerian energy might show up a little bit shadowy, is like if we're there's like a little gnat, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like a little freaking nuisance. It's like a little nuisance. Sometimes when you're very like, I'm sorry, but like, you gotta go. No. It's like when you're feeling into something and it's just like, how do I want to share this? How does this want to come through? There is like this very intuitive side to the sign of Cancer. It's very much intuitive notions from a very emotionally felt space. Heyo. But like sometimes that's nosy. Like sometimes it's like you're being nosy. Like mind your business. Sometimes we need to learn from this Cancer trait and superpower that it can also end up being a little bit of a lack of boundaries, because it's like this need to feel safe and need to feel like validated or people pleasing, whatever, that it comes from, like almost this pestering place. And while it can feel like a nuisance, I ask you to try your damnedest to look at it in a new light, Look at things. Look at it as a way of someone, you know, trying to show that they're interested or that they care, you know. But I do see here that right now with the what we have going on with the full moon, there's also Mars retrograde and some other transits that are going on, but Mars retrograde is really the one that I think is significant. There's stuff going on with Uranus, stuff going on with Venus. I'm not, I know that's so descriptive. I'm not really going into all of that because I'm really just going to be speaking to like the way that it's influencing us energetically under this full moon. Because it might show up as overindulgence. It might show up as like risky choices, or reflecting on sometimes that there was some risky choices. Something about a gamble, could be a gamble. Maybe a time when you were even gambling. There could be some issues with overspending or just bad finances. That's definitely really speaking to some of the influential energies during the time of this full moon. You might want to feel like, usually I'm all about like letting go and, you know, letting go of what doesn't serve you. But right now, it feels as if there's just a little bit of a detachment from the bigger picture and what is truly in the best interest for you and your energy. And you might be a little bit too willing to let go of maybe certain disciplines or specific I would say kind of boundaries that you have for yourself. And just know that you have some guardian angels watching over you. This could be like loved ones. This could be angels that you pray to or that you feel connected to specifically. And they are definitely offering you protection right now whenever you need it and whenever you want it. It is there and available for you. In fact, they're actually like ready to act, like very ready. Because, you know, it just seems as though you're connecting with somebody in a way, and it really needs to be fun, but it kind of feels like they mostly just kind of there's this evil eye in all the ways. Like there's a need for wanting to protect your energy, and then there's also like maybe this feeling of like you kind of giving the evil eye because you're trying to protect your energy, and it's like wires are getting crossed, and realistically you just need to be having some fucking fun. Like, just, you know, don't let your feathers get too ruffled right now, especially in regards to like partnership or your connections, just in general. That should be really playful, should be really lighthearted and fun, and just very heart-centered. You know, let me keep going. Okay, yeah, this is butterflies may be significant. Sorry, headphone users, I just bumped into the microphone. Butterflies may be significant. Notice what actions are being taken. Actions speak louder than words. There's definitely energies here of like recovering, of healing, of being on your path. Infinity symbol is significant. Hands may be significant. That is, do you hear the like inquisition in my voice? Because for some reason, just hands might be significant, and this might be like an indication of like the hand of the divine, the hand of God, even like, you know, playing a part in your path and playing a part in whatever it is that you're aligning with under this full moon. So I did, yes. Oh. This is a time when you need to not let your emotions overrule the show. There's an indication here for a lot of like healing and recovery of whatever you're aligning with. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, because there is just a lot of like resilience. There's a lot of things that, again, are subject to change, and you're also susceptible to change. Like, it's just something that can be done really easily and effortlessly for you. So like, if things need to be changed in order for you to have more fun, in order for you to just kind of align with whatever it is that you're trying to align with under this full moon, notice what actions need to be let go of. Notice what things need to be recovered. Notice the resilience that has shown in your life in whatever way. I'm noticing here like a lot of emotional resilience, but this resilience was not done alone. There was divine guidance at play, and if you're wondering sometimes, is this is so specific, y'all. Is this the divine? Is this the divine's work? Like, is this truly like light? Like, is this, you have this curiosity, like this like little moment of like light peeking up, like light bulb moment, and you're like, oh my God, like is it real? And it's yes, like this is your divine guidance coming to you right now. And when you have those curiosities, it is exactly that moment of curiosity that is your indication that yes, because this is right now a time when you might need to ask upon spiritual favor. This is a good time to be listening to what people say about like you, about themselves, about whatever. Speak less, listen more might be a good affirmation to use for the next couple of days here. And just kind of noticing how people's energy is as you're like communicating, and what they're really trying to say. You know, I just think this is a good practice in general, but I think something that needs to be kind of practiced currently. This card always trips me up. I don't know how to interpret that. Probably because of my own reasons. Okay, so really don't necessarily act on your emotions in any kind of impulsive way. I think this is really a time where you're going to really be honoring your emotions and just feeling a little bit more protected, a little bit more stable, a little bit more cautious about your energy, because you really are feeling so divinely tapped in and connected right now. And it's a gift. That is a gift. Like, not everyone is able to connect to that and feel like that. So it's something that needs to be really recognized and cherished. Social media wants to keep popping out. 333, yes, literally. Okay, wow. This is a really important time to be respecting your intuition and the intuition of others. That's what I was saying before with Cancer. It's like you can choose to feel like, you know, sometimes other people feeling into your emotions, or you feeling into others' emotions, can feel like a pesky thing, and it's frustrating and it doesn't feel good sometimes. But Okay, I have such a cool reading that just showed itself. But we can also just choose to look at this as someone's gift. Like, truly, they are connecting to a gift, to a higher power, to the energies at play in life, which is like something to be curious about, something to wonder about, right? And it is that wonder, it is that curiosity that is going to really be your indication that right here you're having a moment with divinity. And you might be surprised. 555 shows up here twice. And you might be surprised at how often you're having those kinds of moments. But don't be, because this is all a reflection and in response to the choices, the actions you've been taking, the beliefs you've been shifting, and yeah, what emotions and thoughts and beliefs you've been indulging in. You know, you've been choosing to move differently, to feel into things differently, and this is really going to show up for you in a very beautiful, high vibrational way, if you continue to choose that, you know. The waning moon is significant here, just the moon in general, just very healing connections, relationships that are in your highest and greatest good. 27, just so y'all know, 27 is the indicator of a relationship that is high vibrational, and even enlightening. It is a person who can offer you some kind of lesson on your spiritual journey, you know, and that can show up many ways. I think it's time for you to start entertaining. The only thing that you need to be entertaining right now is the idea that this third party energy is your angels. Okay, and that the divinity is there with you, and that your angels, source energy, your angels, your ancestors, your guides are there with you in that moment. And you can immediately ask for cord cuttings. You can immediately call upon like Archangel Michael and like ask for a cord to be cut, if you feel as though anything is taking away from that feeling of like, the only third party energy that I have around me is my angels. Okay, like that's the only additional juju I bring to the table. Okay, and if you notice that starts to change in any way, any form, okay, because this feels like Mars retrograde lessons, okay, and I'm gonna do a separate reading following this all around Mars retrograde, because I think it deserves its own reading. It's very powerful and very healing. If you have opportunities, okay, an Aries, sign of Aries, some kind of Aries transit might be significant, where this is going to be an opportunity to really notice, you know, what you're aligning with, what choices you're making. Are you making choices that honor your heart, honor your fun, honor your highest and greatest good, your unlimited potential, the things that your angels and your guides have been literally putting in work for? Whenever you decide to return that external energy, that third party energy that does not feel like your angels, to sender, doors will open. Doors will open, okay? And this is like, I said this before in a reading a couple of months ago, like, you know, for every door that closed on me, I'm coming back to buy the building. It's kind of giving that. It's like when you close the door on something that's not in alignment with your higher self and your greatest good and what you prayed to the divine for, when you return that to sender, honey, oh my gosh, imagine what the divine is going to open the door to. Imagine when you show that kind of commitment, when you show that you are continually showing up in alignment with aligned actions. Aligned actions, that is something that I teach in my Bambi to Bombshell program. It's staying very mindful and aware of, what your big, juicy, like extravagant, whether it's how you want to see yourself, how you're self-actualizing into this more expanded version of yourself, or maybe you're just tapping into a goal or a dream that you had always kind of played off as unrealistic or impossible. Perhaps, you're just trying to you just want to play big. You want to play big. That's what Bambi to Bombshell is all about. It's about playing big, deciding how you want to express yourself or be experienced in the world in a new and bigger way. You have to take aligned actions to really get to that point, because otherwise the actions that we take, let's just keep it real, we're gonna just do the same old playing small, doing what's comfortable, avoiding the hard stuff, and that doesn't speak to the universe in your confidence of really amazing, beautiful things showing up in your life. Because truthfully, when you play big, when you dream big, as Joel Osteen says, when you pray bold, that's going to require a very different version of you. You're going to be asked and required to handle different things than you've ever been used to. I definitely experienced this in the last year of my business. And it's it literally requires a different version of you. You can't show up the same way that you're always used to and then expect to just have, way more fantastic, abundant, fruitful things in your life. Big, beautiful dreams require big, beautiful actions that show tender love and care to those dreams, that you will show up and you will nurture those dreams. So this was a groovy and full moon reading. I just want to wrap it up, summarize, recap real quick for you. Notice your own intuition, connect with your own intuition. Where do you go to feel most amplified? Where do you go to recharge? What feels most true to you and who you are and feels like your sanctuary in order to be truly aligned with what you need, what you want, and envision your dreams and have those big dreams, right? You get into a place where you feel really stable and rooted and grounded, and you can start praying, for clarity, for vision, for, your purpose, and you can start having those moments of what that really might look like for you within this space, within this sanctuary. And from there you can become very intentional, and you can take these aligned actions that speak to the universe, hey, I have the emotional strength, I know what I've gone through, I know what my journey has required of me, and I know that I can ask for help when I need it. And when you feel as though you might be falling off track, right? Or you might be feeling maybe pulled away from maybe the energy that you know is required to play big and to receive those things, that you just immediately ask for that divine intervention, if you will, or that divine hand, right? Hand in the mix to completely return that to sender, to cut that off, to rid of it, ask for that and watch what doors will open for you as you're returning that energy to sender, when you're cutting that off right then and there, when you're making those actions and those choices and commitments to yourself and to your goals and to whatever it is that you are aligning with on a moment-to-moment basis. Oh my gosh, you won't believe what doors open up for you, because you are aligning your every decision, every thought, every thing that you do in the vibration of your dreams. Do you know how powerful that is? That's literally breaking out of the matrix, babe. That is huge, right? So really honor what shows up for you emotionally during this time, but remember that you don't need to let your emotions overrule you. Just notice your emotions, honor them, be with them, and maybe have those boundaries as you're feeling into and honoring other people's emotions too. Understand that maybe this is a gift, this is a strength, this is a way for you to connect in a beautiful and powerful way, but that also requires discernment and a boundary that both parties feel safe and comfortable with. 37 on the timestamp. I want to offer you so much love under this full moon, and take care of yourselves. Drink some water and connect with some Venusian activities, self-care, self-love, self-worship activities, so that you can feel more grounded and safe and regulated to be receiving the type of divine hand that you're really looking for. Okay, that feels much more aligned for the full moon, because if y'all listen to that other one that I did, it is a mess. But like I said, there might still be something in there that you find useful or insightful. So I hope that you go and check out some of the other readings and videos that I have on my channel. I've been offering some other types of videos lately. I know this is a little bit long. Thank you for hanging out with me, if you're still listening. But I do have an EFT tapping available. There will be some more soon, but the one that's up there is all about releasing comparison, so that you can just really be here in the moment, enjoying yourself, instead of worrying about just literally anything outside of your bliss and who you need to be in that moment. It's only a couple minutes long. I think it's super useful. I also have a what do I have? An affirmation, available for you to listen to and just kind of recalibrate your mindset if you're feeling like your crown might be a little off kilter, right? And I'm gonna soon be offering some hypnosis, visualization recordings as well. This is what I really, really love to do and feel so passionate about, and definitely feel like that Cancer full moon is illuminating for me, just like the necessity to honor this very oracle side of myself, and really noticing who can really see that within me, outside of maybe some of the other things that might be seen a little bit more prominently with where I'm at in life currently. Those who still see, or not maybe still, but do see me as the oracle first and foremost, are kind of like who I'm really jiving with right now. And yeah, that's what Cancer's asking of me. So anyway, or La Luna, all my lovin'. I'll talk to you soon.